We go where the soft hearts gather, where every curve gets crowned, laughing loud in our group chat palace. Girl, we run this town. Finger hearts up in the air, we show love everywhere. No shame, no fear, just us right here. Welcome to paradise, baby, we shine. Every shape divine, everybody a shrine. We lift each other higher, yeah, we rise. This is our world, our home. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to paradise. When the world gets cold, we don't fold, we hold. Welcome to paradise, baby, we shine. Every shade divine, everybody a shrine. We lift each other higher, yeah, we rise. This is our world, our home. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to
You're blurry, Stefan.
Huh?
There we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Welcome back to the Fat Tea.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Yes, it is Wacky Wednesday, Hump Day, whatever you might call it, and we're back on because we have some fun, not so fun, and scary topics for you today, and we got some tea to spill. How do we even start this? Let me tell you guys, me personally, I had to wake up early today because I had to go to a professional recording studio and record an episode of a podcast with somebody pretty famous. I'm not going to say yet who, I'm not going to say yet what, but let me tell you, I've already done an hour and a half of a professional recording studio today. Compared to that, this is amateur. But, you know, so my day has been talking about the documentary. My day has been so far like very I got dry mouth almost, you know. I'm spitting cotton over here. So how has the chat been? How have you all been? Like, I see there is 2 or 3 people watching right now. Hope you all having a great week so far. Sumi, you look beautiful. Ooh.
Thank you.
And it's hump day. So most of you all 9-to-5ers are halfway. Aw.
Ooh, 2 more days. 2 more days.
You all girls are serving face. So who are we going to start with today? We have
Should we start with some Stalker stuff?
Yeah.
Stalker stuff sounds that sounds like tea. Who wants to go first?
I've had one stalker. Well, it was a group of people. It was actually my ex-husband's family. They followed me, and he followed me after I broke up with him because they wanted me to get back together with him because I took him off their hands. They were so mad that he had to go back and live with them. Like, they followed
Wow.
me.
That's crazy.
That's why I moved down here, actually, was to get away
Really?
from them.
Well, I'm glad you got away from that.
How did they
Yes.
follow you?
Well, they knew where I lived because I didn't move when I kicked him out. I had to move houses that I worked at. So I worked with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and they kept driving by the house to see if I was there and calling the house to see if I was there. So I had to move houses.
This is how I feel about that. That's
What is it?
creepy.
What?
It didn't do it?
No.
No.
Rissa is trying to figure out. The
I
question.
hit the what the helly button. It didn't sound it. What the helly?
There you go.
It sounded it for me.
What the helly?
The question from the chat. K-Bug, did you get a restraining order? Like, did you ever go to law enforcement?
I tried, but because they hadn't made contact with me and like they hadn't physically threatened me, I wasn't able to do anything.
Oh man, that sucks.
That's crazy.
I did want to do the Discord soundboard. Stefan literally upgraded the soundboard today, guys. You're gonna get sick of this. Prepare to be sick of me. I promise you.
Yeah. See, that one worked. So that's actually kind of scary. That is kind of scary. That like when you have like stalker experiences, like what can you do? Like
Not much.
Too.
Nothing.
I've been online stalked. I mean, I have had people put my address all over the place. I had people leak my phone number. I had people like literally put my full address with zip code in the chat on TikTok, like all sorts of like crazy shit. And like there's nothing really you can do because especially in Vegas, like unless somebody's dead, like the cops they don't even come. Like I have a fucking horror story that we're gonna get into in a little bit here, guys. There's going to be some pretty crazy tea tonight. And the cops did not show up. There was violence here at the house, and the cops did not even bother to show up. Roger, 3 minutes, and he was here. But the perpetrator, if she would have had any kind of weapon or whatever, there would have been blood, and the cops did not care. 2 hours later, they nonchalantly gave me they called me and said like, oh yeah, do you still need help? Whatever. It's like, nah, the situation, we resolved it ourselves. Like, because that person left, and luckily was never ever seen or heard from again. So K-Bug, you're basically saying that it got so bad that you had to move, that you actually decided that you're gonna leave the state.
Completely cut ties with anyone who had ties with my ex-husband. So I lost a lot of friends. A lot of people I haven't spoken to in 7 years now.
That's tough too. Yeah, you know, it happens with every relationship. Break up.
And his family pops up on my Facebook all the time as people I may know.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's like, no.
Like when you leave a situation like that, or you leave a relationship or like a marriage or whatever, it's almost like always like, you know, you leave the whole group of people behind. Like you have to completely disconnect from the whole friend circle and everything.
Because if they're choosing that over you, like even if they're like close to them, like wrong is wrong, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I've heard it before too, like from like, you know, some negative people, like people talking shit about Paradise, were saying like, yeah, like if you disconnect from Paradise or if you walk away from Paradise, like you lose access to all the women, and that doesn't necessarily have to be true. Like just because you don't come to the house anymore doesn't mean that you necessarily have to abandon all your friendships. The thing is that like usually what happened is when people got nasty here at Paradise, like the whole group of women at Paradise would want nothing to do with them anymore. And so it's very obvious that like, you know, once you turn your back on us, like you turn your back on the whole group. Like you like you don't just come here and then all of a sudden start beef with Rissa or with Audrey or whatever and behave like crazy and expect other people to still want to be your friend if they're in this group. So it's kind of like, it really depends on how you go about it. Like I've seen plenty of times where people were very mature about it. Like, you know, the whole COVID came and went, and then people went back to work and everything, and people had other stuff to do, and life picked back up, and they just didn't have the time to come over here anymore and hang out and party. But they're still friends, you know, like they still stay in touch with people. So it doesn't always have to be, it doesn't have to be like all the drama with it. But oh, K is lighting. K is lighting one up. We don't have anything. We don't have anything for that yet.
Huh?
A sound effect for you.
And
But yeah, Audrey, you said earlier, like when we had our pre-chat discussion or whatever, like you said, like you have some stories, like you. Wow.
I have a one that we're talking about stalking. Like I went to well, I don't know if you call this like stalky, but it's definitely freaking weird, and it is a little stalky. But I went to this club. It's a plus size club, and this guy came to the club, and he was asking me for photos because one of my videos like went viral on their website or on their Instagram. So he's like, I saw you on there. I think you're so pretty. Like, can I have a photo with you? And I was like, of course. So I take photos with people if they ask. Like, that's only happened a couple times, but every time it has, like, of course, I'm gonna ask. Like, of course, you know. And so I took a picture, took a video with him. He was really nice. He was like telling me about how he's an artist for his career. Like, he does like anime arts and stuff. And he said he wanted to draw me and stuff. And I was like, okay. So the next time I saw him again, he came to Clubhouse again, and he gave me a photo that had a drawing of me on it. And I thought it was a little weird because it like had a really weird note on the back of it. So I just like gave it to my friend. I was like really weirded out by it. And then later on in the day, like he gave me another photo that had my picture, but it was like of my naked body, like a drawing of my naked body. And I never put like before then I had never posted any type of naked photo on the internet. Like no one knew what I looked like naked. So it was just like he just like guessed and drew it. And that was kind of weird. Yeah, I think that's weird.
Didn't you say like some of it went viral somewhere, or like where was the viral part? Like you said something went
Viral.
viral.
No, I'm saying yeah, the one that my photo went like had like on the Club Bounce website, they like
Oh
posted
yeah.
me and it went like viral on their thing. It had a lot of views. So he came there to meet me. He found Club Bounce through my photo. So he came there to be like, hey, I met you there, this and that. And then he came back
Oh.
multiple times after that and like would come and always talk to me. And one of the people had to be like, dude, you can't talk to her. Like, this is getting weird, you know?
Okay, yeah. So people
Yeah.
actually came to the whole club just because they had seen you or your
Yeah.
stuff.
The
Yeah.
first week after that Halloween party, it was happening a lot. Like there was a lot of people who were coming, like for people who like followed me and saw me on there and saw that I was going there, so they started coming because of that. That was creepy. Yeah. Because even if they don't do any weird behavior, it's still like creepy when like a person's going to a space that you're going to just because you're there and they didn't like tell you that. Like they didn't like text you or DM you saying, hey, like I'm coming here. Is it okay? Like whatever. They just like show up and they're like, hey, like, and then they kind of expect your attention. Like they want you to, you know, take photos of them, or like hang out with them, dance with them, you know, like they'll come up to you, the dance floor, and I'm like, I don't know you, you know, just because you like are like me, that doesn't mean I'm like all of a sudden guaranteed to do the things that you thought in your head before you got there that I was going to say yes to, you know?
That's like I think it could be easily described as like, you know, parasocial
Yeah.
relationships where like, you know, these people think that like, oh, Audrey is on social media, she's posting herself on this website or on this platform or on this TikTok or this Instagram, whatever, and she's telling us, oh, I'm going to this event or whatever, and then people show up and they think that they have some kind of connection to you when they absolutely don't. It's
Yeah.
kind of like as an influencer or as the public figure, as the person making the content, it's always interesting to think about, like, you know, there's one of me, and there used to be on my old Paradise account like 250,000 of you guys. So it's a one point to multi-point connection. There's just no way in hell that you can have a connection to every single one of your viewers or whatever. For them, you are just one person. Like, it's easy. Like, oh, it's Audrey. I've seen her so pretty and she models or whatever. So when they go to the club, they think that, like, oh, they've seen you, but you had no chance to even see them at all unless you're connected to them some way, unless you've either collaborated or you've done like live stream together or whatever. But they are just a stranger in the gray box in the chat. And it's kind of like interesting to me how people have this like expectation or this idea that they can walk up to you and say, oh, I've seen your pictures, or like, you're Audrey, whatever, and then expect you to have time for them, to so to say,
Yep.
right?
It's the parasocial part of it. Like, they think that they know you, that you owe it to them. It's like, that's just crazy. Like, I've never even understood like real fame people. Like, I've never really been obsessed with anyone. Like, I have like crushes or famous people that I think are like hot or whatever, but I'm not like obsessed with their fame or like obsessed with the fact that they're famous or any of those stuff. Like, that stuff is all crazy to me. Like, people who have like are obsessed over a person like that when they don't even know them. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't get parasocial like that. I get like pairs like FOMO. Like, I like see people doing stuff and I get FOMO that they're doing it or whatever, but like not in a way that I'm like obsessed with them, or like, like how the Kardashians are so like everyone looks at them like that. I'm like, they're just normal people, that just got lucky and now they're rich.
I cannot imagine, like, I cannot imagine. I don't want to be like Hollywood famous or whatever. Can you imagine? Like, you can't even go on Fremont Street anymore without people like
I,
immediately
I always say that
swarming.
I want to be known, not famous.
Yeah.
Like, I think known and famous are different. Like, you can go into a room and like a couple people will know who you are, and like
Yes.
famous is like you can't go anywhere.
Right. Like, you wouldn't be able to go up and down Fremont Street getting swarmed, and people wanting interviews and what is it called, autographs, or people trying to off you when you're known for the wrong things, or like when there's enough bullshit and slander about you out on the internet that like, there are definitely people in this country that cannot go in public at all. Somebody would try to off them, and it's kind of like crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So I've only personally ever really experienced like online and cyber stalking, like, people literally like making account after account to stalk me and to keep tabs on me and then to talk shit. But like in real life, not really. I mean, again, to go back to the CB radio days or whatever, like there was times when like, people showed up at my parents' house. That was kind of creepy. Like they were trying to attack me. What nowadays on social media is like, you have people like running a smear campaign or like, creating false allegations to take you down. On CB radio, it was more physical. Like, people would show up. They would show up at your address and try to intimidate you and try to silence you, try to shut you down by
Which
showing
is crazy.
presence. It was weird. Like my dad, like there was one time that my dad was like, he was ready to call cops because there was like 3 or 4 cars in the street, and they were trying to intimidate me, but nothing ever came from it because even those people knew that there's a line that you don't cross. Like, you can sit there, you can show presence, but like damaging anything or getting physical or whatever, they know that they knew that would be absolutely like across the line. Hold on here. Lisa! Welcome to Juicy Pear. Juicy Pear. Thank you for well, thank you for
real quick,
subscribing,
guys.
and welcome to the Juicy Pears.
I'm gonna put in the chat a link. I don't know if you guys can click it or not, but if you go to the website and look up me and my husband's name, I'll give you my real name. We're doing a contest to be like America's favorite couple. So if you guys want to go vote for my husband and I, we can.
Tell me really quick. K-Buck, what is the site? Where do I find this? Is it a website?
Yeah, americasfavecouple.com or .org. I just put it in the chat.
It didn't show up.
It didn't.
No, it filtered it.
You guys are American's best couple.
So go to America's Fave, F-A-V, couple.org/2026.
Okay.
And then
America's FAV couple.org
Yeah.
or FAVE, fave.
F-A-V.
It says page not found. Then /2026?
Yeah.
How about we could put it in the TikTok what's it called, like story or whatever, and then everyone can click on it and follow it through there.
Hold on, I got the website open, but how do I find you there?
Is there a search?
Or do you have the direct link? Put it in the Discord.
The chat? I did,
in the
and
host
it's
chat.
in the Discord?
In the host chat. Just paste the whole link in the host chat.
Okay.
Oh.
You're-
Chelsea wants to know. Chelsea Lynn wants to know, what is a juicy pear?
Oh, it's the membership level. It's $4.99 to support us, basically, and you get some extra emojis. There should be 4 emojis in your chat that you can use now. Copy link. Let me try this.
Your mama.
There you go. Okay, let's try this, guys. Since we're doing stuff anyway, hopefully later with screen sharing. Let me try to 1, 2.
Oh, Stefan, what is the Dubis Ganu song saying? Like, what is it really saying?
You are good enough.
Yeah, but say it how it is in German.
Du bist gut genug. Du bist gut genug.
Dubis gut.
Can you see it?
Dubis gut.
You are currently 8th in your group. K-Bug.
What?
I pulled it up. Can you see it? Can you see the stream, like the screen share?
It's delayed. Hold on.
There is, how much longer is left? 1 day?
You are Scooby Doo.
For this round.
Oh, for this round, okay. And I don't know if this works. Let me try if I can post the link in the chat. Did that work?
Oh, yes,
guys?
you can.
All right.
It works.
Okie dokie.
Did you find?
So anybody?
Did you find me?
Yeah, I put the direct link to you guys.
Okay. Go vote. We can win up to $20,000, and then we get to go to dinner with Jeff Goldblum, who's like one of my favorite actors,
Jeff Goldblum?
and his wife. Yeah.
Audrey is like, hell yes.
So.
Someone said she lost a lot of weight since this photo. Go K-Bug.
I did.
Period, twin.
Dude, right, Lex? Oh my god, I love him. Ice cream man's outside.
Where?
Get me a SpongeBob popsicle.
I want a snow cone. Rainbow, please.
You know what's funny? Like this whole ice cream van and all that kind of stuff is so American, but it just doesn't happen here because of the way that it's a gated community. The only time I've ever seen the ice cream van like drive up and down the street was back in Kansas.
I know that
Thanks,
Sumi
Miss
had a
Olivia.
stalker. I know that Sumi had a stalker story. Do you want to share yours, Sumi?
Yeah, actually, I had something kind of similar to what happened to you in K-Bug. It was parasocial, like it wasn't somebody that I knew. But when I first started streaming, there was this guy, and I was like 19, I think like freshly 19 when this happened. And that kind of stream is a little different because you are talking to these people. So like I've talked to this guy for like hours, but I'm also talking to like 50 other guys the same day for hours. But he developed a relationship with me in his head. And so then he found out where I lived. And at this time, I was living like in an apartment complex because I
What
was
the
a
heck?
teenager. And oh my God. So he came and then he knocked door to door and he was holding flowers. Like he had the best intentions ever, but I don't know him. And that's where like that parasocial disconnect happens because in his head, he's like, I have a relationship with her. I talk to her every day. I spend so much money on her, but in my head, it's just another person. So he would go door to door, and luckily, I'm social. So I talked to all of my neighbors, like they all knew me, but they didn't know me by that stage name. So luckily, one of my neighbors, who's also super social, he's like, "Well, what does she look like?" Because he assumed he was looking for his girlfriend, and he just had the
Oh,
wrong door. So he describes me exactly. And I mean, like, there's not a lot of people that look like me in the apartment complex. And he sends me a message and he's like, there's this guy and he's holding like flowers and luckily took a picture and I've seen him before. And I was like, oh my God, that is so scary. Tell him I'm not home. So then he's like, oh, your girlfriend's not home right now. And so he goes, okay. And I'm like watching from my window. I like put the window up and I see him
oh
in the
my
front of
God.
the apartment complex waiting for me to come back. So at this point, I'm like, well, I have somewhere to be. I had a photo shoot that day, and I don't know how long he's waiting. So I waited an hour thinking that he was going to be like get bored and leave. He didn't. He was still standing there an hour later with his flowers in his hands and all his heart, his hopes and dreams, I guess. So I called the police, and luckily the police did come for me. And they told him that he had to leave. I like explained the situation to the police. They got him off the premise, and then they had to they had to file a report. So I ended up missing my photo shoot, and I
That's
had to
crazy.
talk to the policeman for like 2 hours explaining the situation, and they didn't take it super seriously because the guy said that he flew in because I didn't know where he lived. I had no idea how he found out where I lived, but he flew from a different state to do this and he was flying back the next day. So I filed that
Wow.
report and then blocked him on everything. And then luckily nothing came from that because I moved. Because I
That's
didn't feel
good.
safe there anymore. Because the apartment complex said that they had cameras. So I was like, okay, cool, we can get that footage. And then they said that actually they don't record or they weren't recording that day. And I just didn't feel safe anymore because I want somewhere with cameras. Like people talk about Stefan's cameras all the time, but it's a safety measure when you have
It's
people and public figures, especially somewhere in one place. There are scary people out there, so it is a safety measure. It just makes total sense to me.
yeah. It's also like what's got him to have a lot of his proof and stuff too. Like the things that like being able to totally prove someone wrong, like having cameras is like a good thing because people just be making up shit and
Oh
just
yeah,
saying things.
yeah. The cameras actually came up today in the other interview in like podcasts that I was talking, and they asked me too, like, what's the story with the cameras? But really quick, so it doesn't scroll out of the chat. Chelsea Lynn, thank you so much, and welcome to Juicy Pear. So,
Your mama.
so what happened was, I don't know if you know anybody of, if I've told the story before, but in 2016, literally exactly 10 years ago, the house flooded. I had a busted pipe upstairs, and like the whole like house, like this side of the office, everything flooded. There was like an inch of water all the way through the downstairs. That's why the kitchen had to be redone, and the whole office, everything had to come down to the studs. And when they had the house basically taken apart, I was like, you know what? Give me like 1 day. Take 1 day off. I told the construction crew, like, take 1 day off and just leave me with the open walls and everything. And I was like, I'm gonna put some professional cameras in here so I can keep track and I can keep an eye on my property when I'm out of town. Or in this particular case, when it flooded, it was actually 2016. I was in Canada. I was freaking far away on the East Coast in Canada when all that happened. And so I put all the wires in the walls and I put all the professional cameras in, and I put my own recording system and all that kind of stuff. because I literally just wanted to have an eye on my shit when I'm out of town. And of course, the cameras have audio, because the original camera was just a tiny little desktop, like one of those cheap China cameras that, like, with the cloud service or whatever. And it had a microphone, and I picked up the sound of water running, and I called Roger and I said, hey, can you go to my house? Like, I think something is wrong. Bring the big T-shaped key and turn the water off in the street, because, just in case. And it was big damage and crazy story. And long story short, after all the stuff is said and done, I had all these cameras in the house. And now, in the last 5 or 6 years that we had TikTok and Paradise and all that kind of stuff, everybody that comes to the house knows where the cameras are, that there are cameras. And every time something fucking funny happens, like, Audrey face plans at the Halloween party or whatever, it's always like, we need the tapes, roll the tapes, pull the tapes. And so scare cams, like, all the time. Like, these cameras have come in handy quite a few times, not only to bust thieves, like people trying to steal shit, either trying or succeeding in stealing shit, but mostly, I would say 99% of the camera footage was used for funny shit, like TikTok scare cams, like, somebody falling, situations like that. And
real quick,
yes,
you guys can vote every day. I forgot to say.
Yeah.
You guys can vote every day. Every single day you can vote once for free, or you can buy votes. I don't expect y'all to buy votes. You don't have to do that. Just the one vote every day would be fantastic.
Per day.
One per Facebook per day, basically.
Yep.
But the cameras got my first scare cam.
Yeah. You were in this
the first ever scare cam. Yeah. We were playing Among Us.
Yes. Like, one of these days I need to repost like some of the scare cams. They were so funny. But yeah, to go back to that, like, Sumi absolutely is right. Having cameras, yes, I can understand people saying like, oh, privacy is impacted or whatever. But first of all, nobody gets to watch this stuff. Nobody ever even watches it unless something happens. Nobody has access to it but me. I never go back and watch stuff unless somebody comes to me, because there's 16 cameras. Like, I have other things to do. But I wanted to say this on stream because I also said it in this other interview. There are still people watching this recording right now, like right now alive, and later rewatch it, and people are asking, like, what is with the cameras at the house in Paradise and blah, and people are like complaining and saying, like, the privacy concerns or whatever, that I was like perving and spying on people and all that kind of stuff. That's bullshit. Everybody that knows me.
We text him to clip shit all the time.
Yes. And
like, we'll text him, someone will scare me and I'll be like, oh, here, clip this.
All the tapes.
This camera.
This timestamp, this room, whatever, right? And what I also like wanted to tell you guys is, when the production company came here and filmed us for the documentary, and afterwards, when the documentary or when the footage went into like editing or whatever, we had talked about this. I had talked about this with the producers, and since there are women out there making allegations, and these cameras are in the house, I told the production company, you know what? I'm going to send you 24/7 footage from the time that these women were here for 12 days. They were here for 12 days. And I literally had the production company send me a hard drive to the house, feed all whatever that was, 5 terabytes or 7 terabytes of data onto that hard drive, and explain to them that like the footage on there is 24/7, not edited, not cut, not modified, nothing. It is 5 angles. Like, it was the living room, the outside, the kitchen, the office, and the pool. And from the day before the women walked into my house until the day after they left, completely gapless 24/7. So everything that you guys saw in the documentary is they picked up from the gapless 24/7 footage that I sent them. And now looking back at the documentary, looking back at what they did from it, like how controversial they made it, like how much negative they allowed to be in this documentary, if there would have been anything problematic on that footage, they would have shown it. So this is like something that, like, most people are not aware, that I literally handed them a hard drive full of CCTV recordings, unedited, complete from start to finish. So if anything would have been caught on these cameras, anything problematic, anything that they could have made something bad out of, it would have been in the documentary. And since there isn't, and the documentary people, like the production company, did go through all the recordings. They literally went and watched it all because they wanted material, right? So that's the thing that I'm saying. What I have been saying for 5 years now. I know what I did. I know what I didn't do. I know what happened at this house, and I know what did not happen. The fact also that in the documentary, K-Bug, that's the damn case.
Oh,
K-Bug
Stephanie.
K-Bug was interviewed as a person who was actually here at the house and, said her opinion on this. Should tell the educated viewer enough. And Audrey, did your phone overheat?
Why?
I think it might have overheated.
Gonna say, is her camera not loading for anybody else, or is it just for me?
I think
not
it's
loading for
everyone.
me either.
Oh, Jaja says,
We have a super chat.
Oh, this one's for you, Stefan.
Are you getting mods for the Discord? Yes, pretty soon I will be. We're still.
Am I going to be one of those mods?
I'm still working on that. Like, I haven't yet signed anybody up for any positions on the Discord other than we have this. We have show hosts, and I did make some improvements in the Discord already, but like I have not yet handed out or interviewed for like any moderation or any other roles.
Lex OXOX22 said in 2026 most people have cameras in their homes, so like why is it a big deal?
Because people are trying to make something normal into something negative. I mean, it's the same thing in the documentary about like feederism, about like and what else was in the documentary that was like kind of normal, but they were trying to make it sound bad. The fact that like the girls are younger, I mean that too.
But
like,
they're still adults.
Exactly. I was gonna say, as long as they're adults, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, and I mean the cameras has always been a point of attack for negative. I remember when Aunt Karen literally posted the video of me and Cass when I laid back and my office chair broke. That was super fucking funny. We pulled the tapes from the camera and we posted it.
Cass and I were like, "Are you okay?" And then as soon as you said yeah, we just sat there and laughed. Like we didn't even cut it. We both just sat there and laughed.
And Karen posting that and saying, "Oh, he's recording people without consent." And I'm thinking to myself, is like, girl, you've never been to the house. Like, why the fuck are you making assumptions and statements like that on the open internet when you don't even know shit? The first thing you can see on that video is Heather running over from the living room to the office to check on me and say, and look at the camera and say, we need to pull this footage. Like, there was nothing recorded without consent, And so that's
Somebody said, do you women feel bad for keeping Stefan away from his kids?
I mean,
It's us. Like it's us. Yeah, can you elaborate on that so small?
The fact that somebody would even try to bring kids into this whole fucking drama is like, I could dedicate an entire episode to the things that she did, but like we still need enough recording time, or we need enough stuff for this.
Did we want to take this last like 20 minutes and give it to the chat and see what things they want to see.
And let me.
Like, what do you guys want to see in future shows? Because we're gonna go starting next week. We're gonna go Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yes, guys. Today is Wednesday, and we're gonna do 2 more shows this week. There's gonna be tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday. And by Friday, we're probably gonna spill some more hot tea. But next week, like going forward, we're gonna go to a more planned schedule. But just like K-Bug just said, we're gonna do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we're gonna see what we can come up with topics for you guys that we can cover, because we want to keep you guys on your tippy toes. Yeah, the kids were
We're
part of the
gonna.
documentary. The statement that the kids were made part of the documentary. I kind of told the producers I did not want to talk about the kids, so I did not talk about the kids really. And the fact that they put that in, the same thing that they put so
Yeah,
much
they
about
shouldn't have.
Cass. They put so much about Cass's passing in the documentary that really made me like not only sad, but it also made me outraged that they left out so much vital information in order to just keep it controversial and keep the drama going. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
I can do both.
Coke.
I can do both.
Coke all the way. Coke all the way. Dr. Pepper,
Coke.
Rissa.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper any day. But if I have to choose between Coke and Pepsi, I'm choosing Coke.
Oh, is it Dr. Pepper
Somebody
or
said we need
Coke
Katie on as a guest. We are still working on that. We're working on getting some guests on the show. Like I have a couple of people asking. So when it's more time to spill some more tea, there's going to be tea about pork chop. There's going to be tea about like who else was here during that time? Do you remember?
Someone said, any advice for the young people watching who are bullies or who are bullied? I mean, yeah, we can definitely do that. That's a whole episode we can talk about growing up being bullied.
Oh yeah. Especially having to deal with idiots and bullies. Any advice for the young people? That would be a good topic. Make a note if you can. In the host chat, like we can do a day about bullying, bullies and bullying.
Are you doing that, Sumi?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm on my phone. What, Michelle?
Foods that you all dislike. Ha! I keep telling people like I don't really like raw squid, and there's a couple of things that like I'm not really too much of a fan of. I do like sushi, so there's like raw fish and stuff that like I can definitely like vibe with. I'm trying to think like if there's anything that I really honestly don't.
I don't like
Hey, Lex,
pickles.
hit us up on. Are you in the Discord?
Furniture. Bad little cat.
Doriana, but the weekends we're gonna party here.
Yeah, it works better for us Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, message Lex. Tag me in the Discord. It'll be K-Bug. Or message me if you can find me. And we will try to get something together.
Lex, there's multiple ways to go about
Michelle.
it. You can DM K-Bug, you can DM me, or you can go into the Fat Tea channel on the Discord. There's an open channel. It's called the Fat Tea, and you can literally post in there, and then K-Bug will see it, and she can DM you back.
That works.
Oh, and I'm making a sushi bake when me and Drea go visit.
Wind down Wednesdays, we all drink.
Wind down. I mean, Wednesday is hump day, like we need to figure out. I think Friday, discussed it. Friday should be spicy, Friday Friday we're gonna have screenshots and tea.
Wednesdays we're gonna talk about like intimacy stuff, how to be a big girl and be intimate. We're gonna talk about like where we get our clothes, where we, get certain products, what products are good, like what products are bad. Like there's stuff, because you're a big girl, you can sweat, and people need to know what to do about that. So like I have tips and tricks for that. Like it's,
Yeah.
we're just gonna do kind of tips and tricks on Wednesdays with every once in a while, like we're gonna do a girls only where we'll talk about like intimacy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, my camera
Katie.
overheated. That's why I was gone. It's hot out here. ain't it?
Audrey is sitting out there, hot AF, quite literally, double animal style.
It
you're
ain't
hot
just
and you're hot.
me.
It's
It
107
ain't just me.
degrees.
It's the weather. It's the
It's
weather.
107 degrees out there, girl.
It feels nice, kind of though.
Well,
You know what? You know what?
Audrey, you
For all the haters,
Your mama.
if it's so hot out there because you're sitting there, I can say
Meow.
Oh my god.
oh my Lanta.
I'm dead. Scooby Doo. Does Riz not
wow,
have any issues?
Mary
What?
Mary wants to know if anyone else but me can talk. So apparently I'm not allowed to talk anymore.
Well, yeah, Rissa, do you want to say something, babe?
Not really.
What the hell?
Slim Jim's at.
What the helly?
Well, I do have this one when we were talking about like horror stories and all that kind of shit. I do have one thing that I did prepare for, like, and I'm gonna try to like just for shits and giggles too to see if the tech part of things works. I'm gonna share this and see if I can make this happen. Okay, guys, we were talking about like horror and abusive stories. I can tell you a story. Back in 2020, I had a roommate, and this is how the roommate left the room when they were asked to leave.
I don't think I've
they-
seen this.
Yeah, no, you know,
Well, when I see it, I'll know.
yeah, and that was a crazy story. Like, she came here, she never contributed anything, just living here, and she ended up completely. First of all, she lived here like a swine, like a pig, and she had like all her dog food was all over the place, and like this, and then she broke the tiles in the kitchen. But I'm gonna play the video, and I'm gonna see if this works the way that like I have set this up, because guys, when it comes to like disrespectful motherfuckers that have come through this house, there's a handful, and this one was definitely before TikTok. It was before any bullshit, and yeah, let's see if this plays, guys.
Oh, I
don't give a fuck! I don't give a fuck what any of you are tired of. You both can lick my ass while I'm shitting. I don't give a fuck about any of you. Fuck you, I don't have to do shit. I'll get out when the fuck I want to. Call them. Fucking call them, because guess what? He has to evict me to get me out, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. Get her away from me, because I promise on the top, I'm gonna throw this motherfucking food, bro. You
She threw a bowl.
I'm from motherfucking South Central. I'll whoop all your motherfucking ass. Don't you think that shit?
She threw a bowl of food at Rita. We called the cops. The cops actually never came. Her fucking boss ended up showing up. And I caught her, thanks to the cameras, I caught her red-handed stealing my prescription pills right there off of the filing cabinet, which is a federal offense. And we confronted, like, as they were leaving, like, I confronted, like, Roger, my friend Roger, who showed up. Unlike the cops, my friend Roger showed up and confronted her about that and educated her that would be a federal offense. And she threw the bottle of medication at me. And then
What the
after everything
fuck?
was said and done, I walked through the room and recorded this. This is how she left the room. So stories about disrespectful, horrible roommates that should have never been here. That would have been the first
Her
one.
dog food being like that is absurd.
And let me tell you guys. Okay, now I need to hit this button right here, and we're back to close stream. We're back to the normal panel. So let me tell you, before any of this TikTok shit, before any of the other drama, any of it, that was how I was treated in my own house. That whole fucking blow up. And I can tell you, the blow up was over her dog shitting in the backyard. Rita was here visiting and vacationing, and Rita wanted to lay out like how to do in the backyard on her blankets in the sun and get some tan. And the roommate's dog had shat all over the yard, and she didn't pick it up. And Rita came to me and said, well, there's dog shit all over the yard. I can't lay out there and sunbathe. And I said, okay, we need to talk to her. So we tried to talk to her, and that's how she reacted. Like she immediately got extremely defensive and extremely aggressive, and then all of a sudden completely like didn't just blow a breaker. She blew the whole breaker box. Like, you know, that's a horror story that I will always be like, you know, looking back on and say like, oh my fucking god, that happened. And I did call the cops because she was in her room screaming at her boss on the phone, Miss Tasha, that was her boss. She was screaming at Miss Tasha, telling her that she's being abused and all this kind of shit because she wanted Miss Tasha to come really quick and pick her up, right? So she was telling her bullshit stories. And I was on the phone with the cops and I said, like, I have a volatile situation here. Property damage, there is like aggression. And like, you know, obviously this is completely out of bounds. And like, she needs to be immediately like removed from my house. And the cops was like, yeah, is there any weapons involved? And I was like, a fork and a knife? But, you know, they didn't show up. They didn't bother to show up. And
in Vegas, you have to be like stabbing someone for them to care.
It's like, and I did have to go through the entire process of filing a formal eviction, putting the paper on the front door, like everything, because I did not want her to all of a sudden come and dick me over and like claim squatters' rights or some bullshit. You know how some people are? I mean, I had to educate myself quickly and on the legal situation on this. And due to the property damage and the aggression, I was able to put in a 72-hour fast track eviction. It all wasn't necessary in the end because once Miss Tasha picked her up in the company van or whatever, in the whatever that was, the place that she worked at, in the work minivan, she was never seen her again and never heard from. And luckily, I did not have to deal with any other consequences of it, like, you know, her trying to come back. Or I would have dragged her out by her feet. Like, if she would have not left that night, my friend Roger came here, and like we were prepared. Like, we were literally prepared. Like, if there would have been any issues about like her not leaving or whatever, I booted her out and put her on the street. And if the cops would have actually came trying to defend her, saying like, oh yeah, you can't just put her on the street, I would have shown them that video, that footage from the cameras. Going back full circle, these cameras have actually came in handy. You know, they have been there when I needed them, and if there would have been any legal consequences from that case, I would have been happy to go to court and show that shit, because you know those cameras don't lie. The broken,
Yeah.
yes, the bowl is how she broke the kitchen tiles. She threw a porcelain bowl full of food down on like at Rita, and it landed right on that tile. That's why there is a crack in one tile in the. I know, chat. It's funny, you know, fork and a knife, the weapon of choice, but you know, it is really sad. The cops actually never really, they didn't bother. And
So how long in Nevada does somebody have to visit to claim squatters' rights?
I think it's 28 days. I don't know if it changed, but like it's basically 4 weeks. 14, 21, 28. So yeah, 28 days.
That's
4
crazy.
weeks. And the
You just
tile is
count
still
in German?
broken, yes. Huh?
Did you just count in German?
Of course. Yeah, why?
Of course.
Well, I mean, sometimes when I try to count in English, I just brain fart.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm dead.
Let me tell you, sad as it is, that whole thing happened in March of 2020. And in May, April, May, 2 months later, I started doing my TikTok. And hindsight, you know, this fucking horror story, or like I should have had contracts and NDAs and all sorts of shit like right then. Earlier today in this other interview, I got asked too, like, you know, is there like any house contract for Paradise? Like, you know, when you had all these people coming here, like Heather and Ivy and Pau and whatever, all the people that are now seen on the documentary talking shit about me in the house, like, did they sign anything? Like, you know, what was the expectation to come to the house? And I basically said, no, sorry, there wasn't any. Like, I was literally just freely inviting people. And hindsight, you know, I should have learned from that. Like, that crazy one right here, that was the slap in the face, but I just turned around and let more people slap my. So what's the giggling about?
Someone said, "Sue me, don't get ideas."
Ideas
What?
for what?
Oh my gosh. Your whole story.
I'm
Someone
gonna.
asked,
Squatters'
"Are you
rights moving
scared?"
in.
I'm just saying, you know, I can fill a couple of episodes about, like, you know, people that have been disgusting and disrespectful at like here at Paradise, and I have more or less dramatic evidence like this one. I mean, this is some of the most dramatic evidence that I have. This girl losing her shit on camera is priceless. You know, the shit that happened with K-Bear, I only have, like, you know, kind of like side like things. Like, I have, like, in order to prove that she is an abusive piece of shit, I have a video where her boyfriend admits on camera that she's been choking him out and that she's been preventing him from leaving. Quite literally, I don't know if it's a misdemeanor or a crime, but physically preventing somebody from leaving is illegal. And she did that.
It's kidnapping.
It's kidnapping, yes. And the fact that she had the audacity to on Instagram and make a 10-part, was it 10 parts? She made a fucking 10-part series about how she survived Paradise and how she, you know, whatever, escaped Paradise or whatever. Bitch, you admitted in the first part that you came here to like exploit me for money and to make money here and like to basically just benefit for your own shit. Like, you should have just stayed quiet. Like, at the end of the day, accusing somebody of abuse, throwing stones when you're sitting in a very, very thin, very, very big skeleton in your closet. Oh, yeah, that is very, very daring. Let's say that. That is very risky. Because at the end of the day, this is the fat tea, guys. And there is some tea that needs to be spilled because we never had an opportunity to talk about it. we never had an opportunity to talk about. So we're gonna keep you guys on your tippy toes. And
Yep.
Audrey, looking all pretty out there. Are you not overheating yet?
Nope.
Did you turn the ceiling fans on?
Yeah, but I'm starting to, because now the show's over, but I'm starting to get hot. I wouldn't be able to stay out here any longer than this, that's for sure.
Well, you gave us one of your horror stories. When are you going to tell about? When are you talk about the other one? Friday?
Well, we'll talk about it when we're all talking about stuff. I'm not going to say that like whole big thing right now. When we're all talking about it, we'll talk about it, because no one else is sharing theirs. Like, you know, and what Sumi said in the beginning, I get that too. But
We also
because
need to
like,
keep
well,
it.
in this episode, what?
We need to keep it interesting. We need to keep people on their tippy toes. There is so much more shit to. Like this is
That's what I'm
only
saying. So
episode 3.
keep them hanging, because it's already 7. So we'll keep them hanging, and then for the next one, we'll share more.
And tell the story about how I almost got stabbed on the strip.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be the closing story. Or is that for next one?
That's for the next one. You guys
It's
have to find
7.
out.
And Rissa, how she got almost clawed by Binksy
When?
all the time.
No. I don't really have any horror stories. I mean, if we wanted to talk about feederism, then maybe I could talk about a horror story, but like, besides that, I don't really have any. I mean, I had an ex who like used to use me as his human ashtray, but like, besides that, it's nothing really entertaining. I haven't had no stalkers or no online like admirers that were like hella weird.
That's good.
Lexi. No, are you wait. Are they in Norway really? Are you all the way over there? And it's like 4 a.m. No, Binksy the cat. Our black tuxedo kitty. Yeah, there you go.
Meow.
He's so
Thanks so much
handsome.
for coming, guys.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
We will
And
see you tomorrow.
Don't ever forget.
And you know what that means, guys? It means you are good enough. You are
I can't.
good enough.
I do it. I did it.
Mwah. Mwah.
We will see you guys again tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm.
Girl, we run this town. Finger hearts up in the air. We show love everywhere. No shame, no fear. Just us right here. Welcome to paradise. Baby, we shine. Every shape divine. Everybody a shrine. We lift each other higher. Yeah, we rise. This is our world, our home. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to paradise. When the world gets cold, we don't fold, we hold. Welcome to paradise.